Hello, I in my hands a baritone ukulele by APC Antonio Pinto Carvalho. It's a Portuguese ukulele. First features narrow neck. I'm telling you what I forgot to mention in another review in Italian. No truss rod. Okay. Frets are well dressed. Position markers are not inlaid. That's a layer of paint, to tell you the truth. This is a black wood, they say, which is a good thing because now with new regulations you cannot cross borders with rosewood. And I hope this is not rosewood too, which is good. The saddle is plasticky, it's not compensated. It's very easy to dislodge, and you can build your own saddle with a piece of bone, something I will try to do and put here. Very difficult thing, but sandpaper and patience will go a long way, but that's me. That's what I think. The same goes for this. So the first thing I will do if I have some money and go on to a luthier, I said I will do it myself. Well, anyway, and replace with a tusk or bone nut and saddle. Why do I not gripe about that? The price. Here I got it second hand, it's for 140 euros, which is a good bargain for a all solid Acacia instrument. The baton rouge that I have, I will use to because it's quite deep instrument, sidewise on the sides are quite deep, so I will tune it like a tenor guitar, which means one tone lower the lowest string, one tone lower than regular tuning. This is not regularly tuned, as you can hear. This is tuned like a soprano or a tenor, just half a tone lower. For personal reasons, I found the tension too high. For the time being, I have Aquila. That means this instrument is very much like a guitar. But let's go back to the instrument. This called Acacia Koa doesn't exist. It's just European Koa is Acacia. It's the same family, but very different. I like the yellowish hue. The rosette is very I cannot tell if it's inlaid or not. No binding, no frills. The 50 liras coin and the gromite, I don't know what is this, I put it myself. So it really doesn't have the logo, or at least I got it without the logo. The neck is very here is a D shape, it's not a C shape, so it's very flat here. Okay, it's one piece, just one junction here. Tuners are golden and pearloid here. The headstock has its typical double pointed devilish look with red, I don't know, it looks like it's a color. This, the owner, the previous owner put it, doesn't have it. It's not a stock feature. When it comes to the bracing, it's quite thick. So I had a bad experience with an instrument that did like this. So yeah, sound is not that good, but the good side, it's less prone to have structural problems. So the idea is an instrument that has thin bracing and no structural problems. The instrument has some holes here, and there is a way to tie it inside, so through the sound hole, the top, but you can tie the strings and let it slip through the top. But I'm not able to do that, so I strung it up the regular way. The saddle is quite classy, I like it. I don't know if it hasn't been tampered with, but the action is not. I'm comparing to that instrument. It's quite low. Can depend on the strings also, because the strings are thin. Maybe they, they go inside the notches more deep, and that influences the action. It's 18 frets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 18 frets. Position markers also on the sides. Very, very, very little, not really big. I prefer a little bit bigger, but anyway. Other things to say? You can have a look inside it if you want to see inside. You can see a little bit of the bracing. It's very tidy inside. No glue, nothing. Other things to say? Nice. Figures here on the side, but that depends on the single or on the specific. Oh, I cannot tell a lot about this, the sound, because with Aquila strings, and before I have clear water, but they have no wound strings. So this is tuned, like a soprano. The other night, dear, as I was sleeping, I dreamed I had you in my arms. But when I woke up, dear, I was mistaken. So I hung up my head and I cried. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine. Now I devised a new way of doing. This is the C, like the G, but I use this and I use the 7th. So discovery that I made. Okay, other things to say. What? Just another. I found very much in tune. All in all, if you don't mind not having the crossroad and you don't want a wide neck, the sound of Acacia is, I don't know how to put it, I like it. I have a soprano, the same more or less, but it has what I hate about soprano is less tension. Okay, this is 432. Less tension, but this is tune half a tune higher. This is the same brand. The other night, dear, I said I sleeping. I dreamt I had you in my arms, but when I woke, dear, I was mistaken. So I hang up my head and I cry. Actually, this is one tone higher because this is tuned half a tone lower. This tone higher. As you see, in time, I guess it gets darker, and this got much darker. Actually, tell you the truth, this wood is much more beautiful. Look at the back. Sides are mahogany, which is a nice touch, having two different woods. I don't know what it does to the sound. The neck is the same shape, quite flat, very similar, you see. It doesn't have the devilish headstock. Yes, quite as a golden. It's more like brass. The metal. This have a better saddle here. It's like newborn. The nut is not. It's plasticky. It's plasticky also this. But the nut and saddle you can upgrade. You know. For example, this much cheaper when it comes to the wood. Has a better saddle and a better nut. Okay? This is another instrument that I strongly recommend. It's quite deep, and this is a Baton Rouge. I should make another video. It's strongly influenced by the tuning you have. This is a tuning. What's up? My time is gone as the dew begins to fall. You can't sing, this song is singing what I know. You're my flower that's blooming in the mountains so high. You're my flower that's blooming here for me. So where that happens now, my life will be worthwhile. Okay, but don't forget, Sorry if I don't do all the fancy stuff that the ukulele players do. I am not a 100% ukulele player. I play trumpet and trombone, but anyway, I think that you have a vague idea. The sound is strongly influenced by aquila string and the fact this is tuned almost like a tenor or a soprano ukulele or a concert. Very guitar-ish sound, guitar-like sound. If you can be patient when I change the strings, I don't know, if I string it up like a standard ukulele baritone and not like a tenor guitar, I think this is the one I'm gonna use like a tenor guitar. So I guess this would be strung up with a high D like this, and this, since it's thicker, it can accommodate a lower sound better than this one. The front surface is quite, let's see the, yes, it's shorter. Well, I don't know, I don't think it's even shorter. It's like, it's the same scale. If you want an old solid instrument, strongly recommended on a budget. It's Portuguese. If you are from Europe, good. It's Portuguese, it's European, it's South European. Okay? This is German. Yeah. Portuguese. Let's, okay, I'm against German politics and not against German people. Okay. But this is Portuguese. It's actually made in Portugal. It's not made in Asia. Yes. So, all Acacia. So Acacia Sound is somewhat, some way similar to Koa. It's not Koa. And I tell you something, I really like the open pore and the yellowish sound with veins. And in time, if you leave it in your room and with the sun rays not direct but only, you know, the light in the room, it gets darker and darker. And I like this. Doesn't change, but like spruce, they get, and look at the difference. It was like this. Okay, so I'll tell you, BS is not bullshit, BS, but it's BS. I think it's baritone standard. I don't know. APC, APC in Portuguese. Strongly recommended, I think, for the good value for money. Considering that this, it was built, it has in Portugal. It's really cheap. Oh no, inexpensive, affordable, but actually it's cheap. I don't care for politically correct. Cheap doesn't mean shit. It means cheap. Cheap but good. Okay? It's a good, I think the best instrument you can find for the sound. If you don't take into account all the appointments. There's no binding, there's no truss rod. I like a wider neck or whatever. I prefer an instrument that has, you know, some frills and some shine. No, this is a no frill zone. It's just back to basics, and all the money goes into construction and woods or wood. No, wood. Woods is a forest. No, but since the wood is beautiful in itself, it's quite beautiful. Let's pick out. Did I mention these are book matched? You can see the imperfection here in this. Okay, this is book matched also on the front. So if you want an instrument that, you know, I have also a Kala. Kala is beautiful. It's glossy matte. When I got it, it was like this. Okay, same price. I prefer the Kala. Now the Kala is much more expensive. That's why I bought it. When I got it, God, this is good value for money. I get the Kala. I got it. I'm perfectly happy with it. But in the instrument I use more because it's tune standard. And this is going to be with a high D, and this is going to be Do, Sol, Re, Ra, Si, G, D, A, like a tenor guitar, okay, with nylon strings and a shorter scale. Actually, it's a hybrid. It's gonna be a hybrid, and this is the benchmark, because this is the same brand and more or less the same instrument, only that is mahogany size, and it's very rare because usually they have the. Okay, it's a very long video. Anyway, goodbye.